Today is finally the day I get to go out and explore Mount Elwell, one of the epic adjacent Everstoke, the Everstoke adjacent epic rides. We know Mills Peak, we know Mount Huff, we know Downieville. This one has been in the back of my mind for 10 years now, and finally getting out to go and do it right here, right now. But first, I gotta hose this bike down, give it a little cleanup. I have been absolutely battling these yellow jackets. Oh, I've got traps up. They're doing pretty good, but man, these things are out for blood. I also took care of this massive wasp's nest yesterday. Holy moly, they're hiding up under here. I have somehow managed not to get stung yet, which is crazy because every time I clean the traps and put out new ones, they get attracted to the smell inside the trap, start swarming around. It's crazy, super paranoid they're gonna fly up my shorts. Next year, I'll put these traps out early in the spring and hopefully catch a queen, and they won't be propagating as much. I love the way this bike rides. I love the way it looks. I hate how much headset creak I get. It's just like always, I'm fighting this thing. Anyone have tips? All right, so I'm starting today's adventure at the Round Lake Trailhead. It's nice up here. That was a quick and easy 15-minute drive up from Everstoke. I believe that will be the only thing that's quick and easy today. All right, helmet, shoes, knee pads, snacks, water, gloves, sunglasses, bike, map. It looks very straightforward on the map, but there's 5 different named trails between here and actually getting to the Mount Elwell trail. We'll figure it out. Definitely forgot the deodorant today, but hey, I'll be a solo. I'm not even gonna see anybody today. Holy moly, I almost forgot the most important part. These are all the GoPro batteries. Oh, that would have been bad. Oh yeah, freshly washed bike. There we go. I knew that was gonna happen. It is perfect out right now. Man, it's been so hot the past few days, which is awesome for jumping in the lakes and the rivers and the ponds. But man, I'm such a, I'm the opposite of a polar bear, so it has to be hot for me to get in the water. I'm a greyhound dog, I'm a whippet. We've got a pretty scary fire going on, only a handful of miles from Everstoke. Ooh, that thing fired up with some lightning a couple days ago, and it was insane. Nimbus clouds, and nasty, but Round Lake, Big Bear Lake, Junction Bear Lakes Loop. I think I'm going right. All right, let's burn some of this brake off so I can talk. Ooh, nice. But yeah, the winds were blowing to the east. Luckily, if they were blowing to the north, Everstoke was in its sights. But everything's dying down now, so hopefully everything will be contained. It was 3,000 acres at the moment. I don't even think the fire grew yesterday. The number one thing you hear about this ride is hike a bike, bring your comfortable shoes. Uh-oh. Oh man, that's insane. I can't believe I got that far. That's awesome. I cut out 2,000 feet of climbing by driving myself up. So I'm gonna get 4,000 feet of descending today. We'll get to the top first before we talk about all the descending. Fire is such a scary, inevitable thing out here. This is actually a pretty good example. So maybe historically, the forest kind of looked more like this when wildfires would come through a lot more often. But now the forest looks like this, where a wildfire hasn't come through. It hasn't cleared out some of this other stuff or the smaller trees. So now it's just packed in there, ready to burn. Sarah and I actually had a dinner reservation for our anniversary at Nakoma Resort. We love that restaurant there, and they got mandatory evacuation, you know, an hour or so before we were gonna go eat there. Oh, it's all possible. It's all doable. Hi. Man, this is my favorite style of terrain. Rocky with the green foliage everywhere. It only took me 10 years to come ride it. Whoa, look at this lake. Whoa, wow. A little windy. Okay, it's already time for an element break. We've got a long way to go on this ride, and there's only one thing that's gonna get me through it. It's Element, the fine sponsor of today's video. It was a long and hard journey of finding the right way to hydrate on a bike ride. I had cramps, I had headaches, I was tired, and then I found Element. It checks all the boxes for me. Tastes great, doesn't have a bunch of sugar, keeps me fired up but doesn't make me jittery, and it doesn't mess with my stomach. The Element thesis is out with sugar and in with salt. They believe that most people, especially active people who get out and sweat a lot, need more salt in their diet, not less, to feel good and perform their best. I have put myself through some tough workouts, tough bike rides, and real tough manual labor out in the hot, hot sun this year. But as long as I've got Element in my water bottle, I make it through A-okay. I really think that Element is the best way to get your hydration sorted out. And the best way to get started with Element is to go through my link, drinkelement.com/BKXC. Put in an order for citrus salt. It's the most even keel of the flavors. Once you get that order, you'll get an 8-pack sample pack. You can try all the different flavors, then order an insider bundle, and away you go with your Element journey. And you can use my link, drinklmnt.com/BKXC, anytime you order Element, not just the first time. And one of the great things about Element is they have a 0 questions asked return policy. If for some reason you don't like it, you can email them, they'll refund you. You're taking no risk on your first taste. And do not sleep on the new Element sparkling water. Fantastic, the flavors are great. I was never a sparkling water person. I never got it until I tried the Element version, and now I'm all in. Head on over to drinkelement.com/BKXC. Get started, get your hydration dialed in, get going. Oh yeah, heart rate is pumping. I think those are all just offshoots to go to the lake. Whew. How do the horses like climbing this stuff? Oh yeah. Funny thing about getting old, I'm not sure now if the things that hurt are injuries that are healing or just nagging stuff that's going to be with me the rest of my life. I got this thing with my middle finger that I've been able to ignore for a few years now, where if I grip onto something tight, sometimes it gets locked into position and then I have to like force it to open back up, and now it's like hurting more and more and more. Uh-oh. I think my dad had the same thing and got surgery for it. I actually did one of those pre-Nuvo MRI whole body scans. Have you heard of this? It's kind of interesting. It's like, you know, for all the, what do they call that when you think you're sick or whatever? Not psychosomatic. It's on the tip of my tongue. Well, it's a great market because you go get the full body scan. They tell you all these different things, and I had nothing going on. It was a nice little reassurance. Hypochondriac, there we go. When your best friend gets eye cancer and dies at 38 years old, it makes you a little more paranoid about what's possibly going on in your body. Whoa, another amazing lake. I think we're heading up there. I think that'll be the top of Mount Elwell. We shall see. I'll do my Trail Forks ride log in the description, as long as my Strava records properly. You can see the route I took. And of course, I'll donate $100 to the Sierra Buttes Trail Stewardship. They're the ones that keep these trails alive. I'll make that donation via the Trail One Treasury. Trail One components, we set aside $1 for every bar, stem, handlebar, pedals, water bottle, t-shirt we sell, and we donate it back to the trails. And I think we just hit $15,000 donated over the past couple years of this small startup company. It's great. It's so amazing to have a force multiplier. Silver Lake, elevation 6640, surface area 11 acres, maximum depth 35 feet. I love that. That's so cool. This lake was formed as a glacier scooped out an area shaped like a bowl. Glacial scoopage. I believe that is the technical term. Holy moly, this is amazing. I am grateful to be out here. Always grateful. I've been doing this for 8 years, full time, as my only job. It's crazy. I still meet a lot of fans of the channel, and they always ask, oh yeah, what do you do for work actually? This channel, it makes it work. Thanks to you. I got a Christmas song stuck in my head. Silver bells, Silver Lake. Pretty amazing that this is a multi-use trail that they allow mountain bikes. I am stoked on that. Usually, if it looks this good, it's off limits for mountain bikes. Oh yeah, and that $100 donation, you can always see the Trail One donations on Trail Forks. We're always transparent about where we donate when we can be. Man, it's been so hot lately. All my snacks in the van have like melted, and then they cool down and they reform. So anything with chocolate in it has a weird dusty consistency where all those weird like chemicals leach out. Not good. Oh yeah. Man, so nice. It's not even smoky after that big fire. Everything's calmed down enough. It's amazing. No e-bikes allowed out here. I don't think that stops anyone. I was thinking about how golf carts must have been the e-bikes of their day when people first started using golf carts. They must have been like, what? What are you doing? You're supposed to walk with your golf bag, 18 holes. Definitely got to say my Ride Concept shoes. I think it's the Tallac model, Tallac. They're awesome. I have put these shoes through so much. I think they're maybe 2 years old at this point, and they look pretty good. Always comfortable. It's like, it's one of those things. If you have to think about your feet, it's bad if you notice your feet at all on a ride. But man, these shoes, SPD clipless, of course. That's always what I ride. All right, Mount Elwell Junction, 1 more mile. Okay, maybe this isn't Mount Elwell. This is Mount starting point. Mount, you still have 1,300 feet of climbing to go. This is the blue section of trail on Trail Forks. Oh, nice little lake again. Oh, that little duck made a sound. Scared me. It sounded like a growl. He's defending its territory because there's 2 little babies. I gotta go. Attacked by a coot. Survival of the fittest out here for sure. I can't believe how many local foxes at Everstoke and how they're just always eating something. They're doing great varmint control. Man, now I'm in a giant bowl. There's nowhere to go but straight up after this descent. Woo! Yeah. Whoa. Try not to stare directly at the front tire, but it's kind of hard. Wow, this is crazy cool. I feel like there's gonna be a bear any second now. Wow, amazing. This is a little freaky how straight up it is. The lake on the other side, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. No cell service. I think by the time we get to the top, there'll be cell service. Yeah, I'm ready to get the new iPhone and have the satellite texting and satellite SOS. Kind of necessary for anyone that does the wild out there rides. Mountain biking's hard, but still the best way to get in shape, best way to have fun, best way to meet friends, best way to see a new place, best way to empty your bank account. My brother and I actually came out and rode some of the Lakes Basin stuff 12 years ago, I think. It was only like a little 8-mile loop or something. Some of these trails I don't even remember, but it was tough like this. I was probably in better cardio shape back then, but way better technical shape now. Curious how the other route got up to the top. I wonder if it was maybe just as extreme as this. This is not so bad because the switchbacks actually help in matters. The other trail didn't look like it had that many switchbacks, but maybe it's just a more gradual hump. Freaky. Oh yeah, here we go. Big reveal. Wow. Wow, this is a great spot. So straight ahead, right in the middle there, that's Beckworth Peak. And you might be able to see some of the smoke from the fire. It's just dwindling out, even though we got pretty good wind right here. So hopefully it continues to dwindle. What an amazing view from right here. Wow, these trees have survived. 1 hour, 20 minutes in, 4 miles. Good time for a snack. Try to eat once an hour at least. I think once every 45 minutes is way better, but you just get in a groove. It's hard to stop. These granola bars on their own are such a pathetic little meal. Add a big old thing of peanut butter. Now we got some calories. Doesn't it look delicious? Oh, that was perfect. Let the sweat evaporate. Ready to tackle the rest. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I think that's the fire burning near Chico. Crazy to be able to see it. I like this kind of adventure. It's the suffering, the middle of nowhere, not seeing anybody else. Just makes you feel like it's 1800. Went back in time with my mountain bike. Yeehaw, finally back on the bike. This is the top. Scramble up. I don't think there's a trail.
There used to be.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And there was a platform up there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep looking, yeah.
10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh yeah. Hey, Snow. I didn't think I was gonna see you here. Uh-oh. That's treacherous. I gotta hike down there. Might have to take my sunglasses off. I need the eye protection, but the changing lighting, this is some intense rock. Woo. Yeah, nice. Purpose built. Oh man. Woo. I've been hearing about this trail for so long. Pictures and video can only tell you so much. The map is not the terrain. Sharp rocks. That's the closest thing to loam that Northern California gets right here. Wow. Awesome section. Woo. Wow. Into the dust zone. Dust don't matter if you're riding solo. Oh, definitely thought it was going right. Wow, look at that big tree right here. Crazy. Slab on that right side. Hey, that's a real slab in the Lost Sierra. That's too cool. Cool. Skid marks on a slab that small. Pretty funny. Ooh. Tough angles on that one. Oh yeah, here we go. Ooh, yeah. Choose your own adventure. Oh, bone rattler. Oh, just the way I like it. Hey, another lake. Endless. Man, I've barely gone through a bottle of Element. Crazy. This is not that bad. The wind helps a ton, I think. Just keeping it cool. I think by the time this comes out, I'll be out riding in Scotland, which is very exciting. I've done a few really good Scotland rides, and I know there's a few more. Just hoping for fantastic weather and some great trails. The one thing that kind of bums me about going to European places is that you just know you're never going to see an animal. There's not a lot of wildlife compared to out here. There's the potential, even if it only happens 1 out of 50 times, the potential is here to see a lot of different stuff. Whoa. Haha. So cool, because to my right on that big ridge is Mills Peak, and to my left on another ridge is Jameson Creek, and now this one, Elwell. Just 3 fantastic rides. Oop, going this way. Mills gets most of the action because it's the easiest to shuttle, and it's probably the best bang for your buck. Jameson Creek is amazing, but it's straight down, double black diamond, so it's over so fast. But oh, I love that one. This one's actually playing out pretty good. It just has that 2 hours of climbing and suffering to get to it. Yeah, enjoying this very much. Very much a hyped up ride. I love being able to go into a lot of rides with zero expectations and just get blown away. It's a lot tougher to go into a trail that you've been hearing about forever and then get blown away, but this is solid. This is just the first part. Still get to go down Smith Creek and then cut over to Gray Eagle Creek. And I have not seen those trails that I remember. Whoa, hello. That's cool. Oh, wow. Set yourself in. Oops, oops, wet feet. Whew. Super cool. Man, that water is so amazing. Just feel like you could drink right out of it, but there's always a chance that there's like cattle grazing up higher. If there's some 3 acres of grassland, then they probably have cattle grazing on it and they're pooping, and then you get all the giardia and stuff into the water. So you gotta have the filter if you're gonna dunk down, unless you're at the top. I remember reading some Reddit thread or something about how the heck are animals able to drink out of all these streams, and somebody responded, like a wildlife biologist, and said they drink and they get totally sick. They get just as sick as any of us, and it kills tons and tons of animals by drinking this stuff. Ooh. Okay, straight down. Did not expect that. White knuckle. Yeah. Wow. Whoa. Woo. Man, this would be tough if you get hiking traffic coming up. I'm sure this is a popular hiking spot. Whew. Where are we going? The Everstoke adjacent menu is ever expanding. This is so glad I finally did this one. And then also Beckworth Peak Trail, which they had to stop work on because of the fire. They're close. They're getting so close to finishing the full lollipop loop. Gotta go ride that once it's done. Not trusting it. Cool. That's a great little section. Oh. Whoa. These people have a different idea of what a blue trail is. I don't mind. I'll ride it. Ooh, yeah. Man, these Gray Eagle neighborhoods are just so nice. It is the ultimate hidden gem alternative to Lake Tahoe. And when the housing bubble stuff pops, you're gonna get some real good deals out here, because these houses are already reasonable for California, and barely anyone actually lives in them. They're like, come out here for a couple weeks a year. You just tell they're not actually used. I saw one that looked so good. The price was like too good to be true, but right across the street was like the ultimate hillbilly permanent yard sale. It was just like a disgusting house across the street, and you know that whoever's living there is probably not the nicest, but I don't know, not right in the head is all I could say. Your yard doesn't look like that if you got it all together. Can't be much of a hidden gem if it's all I talk about, but apparently it's not getting through, so that's fine. Those of us who come up and have fun are gonna enjoy it for a long, long time. There's a bald eagle that hangs out in this tree right here and then flies over the pond, eats fish. Thanks.
Yep.
Don't tell Sarah I got ice cream.
She found me. Okay, got the shuttle back to the van at the top. Great day, great adventure, highly recommended. Mount Elwell, that was sweet. It ended up 16 miles. Oh God, I gotta check the Strava. I got no service up here. Go check the link in the description. And do me a favor, go ride something new. Maybe I'll see you on the trail.